Welcome back. Much of the action in Ukraine at the moment has been around the second biggest city of the country, Kharkiv. Remember, this is the city where a young Indian student from Karnataka lost his life today. Early on Tuesday morning, horrific images also emerged here showing a deadly Russian missile demolishing a government building in the heart of the city with devastating impact on civilians. Russian troops are also, remember, at Kiev's doorstep as seen in satellite images. Let's give you the very latest on day 6 of this Russian invasion.
Kharkiv is bleeding. Ukraine's second largest city is being pounded by Russian forces. This 20-second video shows a Russian cruise missile hitting the central square of Kharkiv. The explosion around 8 a.m. on Tuesday came hours after a curfew was lifted, say local officials. It left a huge crater on the ground and inflicted heavy damage right outside a government building. Devastating images started coming in minutes later, revealing the true extent of the destruction. The missile strike came hours after massive shelling and rocket attacks on the city of Kharkiv.
"12:30 a.m.
These images of burning homes and buildings reduced to debris are only indicative of the devastation faced by Ukraine's second largest metropolis. According to the Ukrainian government, even residential districts of the city have not been spared.
Це терор проти Харкова, терор проти України.
This is terror against Kharkiv, terror against Ukraine. There was no military target on the square. The rocket to the central square is outright undisguised terror. No one will forgive. Nobody will forget. This strike on Kharkiv is a war crime.
Nearly 500 kilometers from Kharkiv is Ukraine's capital city of Kyiv that's bracing for a big attack. Air raid sirens blared in Kyiv through the day, sending panicked residents into bunkers and bomb shelters.
There's an air siren going on. There's an air attack expected now. Maybe a bomb attack expected right now. And that's an indication that is telling people to take shelter. Go for some kind of bomb shelter right now. And this is an indication. This is going on continuously now for last 5 minutes.
After Monday's inconclusive peace talks, massive Russian reinforcements are advancing towards Kyiv. Satellite images show a 65-kilometer-long Russian convoy of tanks and armored vehicles heading to the city. The photographs also show deployment of ground forces and ground attack helicopter units in southern Belarus that could be pressed into service later.
Everyone is watching what's happening in Kharkiv. Everyone's watching what's happening in some of the other localities, and the apprehension is very soon that trouble could come here. If you just look on the road, it'll take us just a moment to show you what's happening there. That's the barricade. That's the main barricade that leads into Kiev.
Ukraine is getting aid from many of its allies who are unwilling to directly join the war against Russia. The country is set to receive 70 fighter jets from the European Union. Bulgaria is providing 16 MiG-29s and 14 Sukhoi 25s, whereas Poland will provide 28 MiG-29s. Slovakia will also pitch in with 12 MiG-29s. The European Parliament on Tuesday gave a standing ovation to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who addressed the gathering virtually from Kyiv. As Ukrainians continue to resist the Russian invasion, President Putin could adopt an even more aggressive approach to orchestrate the fall of Ukraine's capital. With Gaurav Sawant and Rajesh Pawar in Kyiv, Bureau Report, India Today.